My name is Heather Prey. I'm originally from the Sugar Land Vineyard in Texas, but this year I'm a student at the Heroic Leadership Institute in Denver. The story that came to mind when I was asked what kind of ignited my fire was when I was in 8th grade. A leader in our youth group really put a lot of trust in me and kind of empowered me to really be a leader. But the real change came when I was in 8th grade, so I'd have been 13 or 14, when our worship leader for the trip wasn't able to come, and he's like, man, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. And I was sitting there next to him, and I had this feeling in my gut that was like, hey Heather, tell Tom that you can sing and that you've been teaching yourself to play the guitar. And I was like, no. So we kept talking about whatever else we were talking about, and I just had that gut-wrenching feeling, which was the only way the Holy Spirit used to talk to me, was if I felt sick until I said what was on my mind. And so I kept saying no, no, no. And then after about like 20 minutes, I was like, okay, Tom, so I can sing and kind of play guitar. I've been teaching myself. And he's like, okay, cool, you've got the job. I was like, wait, what? So yeah, he just like immediately entrusted me with the worship ministry part of our missions trips. And I wasn't good at the start. I know I was bad. And I lacked confidence in my playing and singing and things like that. But he gave me the space to grow rather than just criticizing me every step of the way. Just really gave me the opportunity to mess up and figure it out and grow in my relationship in God in that, and grow in my ability and my confidence. Yeah, by just letting me step out and putting the faith in me to be able to do this, it's really changed the way I see even students now. Because I work with youth now, and I always have to remind myself that, you know, the 12, 13, 14-year-olds there that I'm working with aren't just these kids that I can impart wisdom on. Like, the same Holy Spirit that's in me and has done works in me is in them as well. Some of them, it just hasn't been called out. And so that's one of my favorite things to do, is to ask God to highlight somebody and like what they're good at and to draw that out of them, but also just give them the space to be able to try it out and not just learn about it, but to see how God can work through them, because that's what makes the difference.